Hey, what's up guys, it's Soft. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have the jump on two brand new 5-star weapons that are launching in 1.7. We're going to go through all the details on them and who you want to use them on. But before we get started, don't be a bitch, like the video, and also subscribe so you don't miss any future content. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, getting into these two new weapons, guys. Obviously, they're 5 stars, so that means they will come on a new banner. And if you think about it, they're most likely going to complement the people that are going to be using them most, or the 5 stars that are coming at the time. Well, there are some surprises though. They will be able to benefit other characters as well. So let's get right into these. I'll pull this over for you. First up, as always, we are in Honey Hunters, so I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can check that out. We have a 5-star sword coming out. Love to see it. And this is, as you can see from this picture, an Inazuma type weapon. Great, love to see it. Alright, so as we said here, we have a sword with a base attack of 48. Secondary stat is crit damage, and that is easily one of 2 best substats to have on a weapon. Weapons are stat sticks, guys. They always are. And anywhere you can get crit damage or crit rate, you want to stack. This allows you to get a ridiculous amount of crit damage on your character by getting a crit damage weapon, and then stacking more crit damage by getting a crit damage circlet. So that way, everything else, you just have to worry about crit rate. Makes it simple to build characters that way. Alright, so that crit damage does scale to 44.1 on here, and the base attack scales to 674. Remember, all these stats are subject to change until they come out and they launch. So take this with a grain of salt. But as of now, this is what we're looking at based off of the data that was extracted. Let's look at the special ability on this one. Gain a 12% elemental damage bonus for every element and receive the Might of Mistsplitters seal. At stack levels 1, 2, 3, Mistsplitters seal provides an 8, 16, and 28% respectively from these elemental damage bonus for the character's elemental type. The character will obtain 1 stack of Mistsplitters seal in each of the following scenarios: normal attacks, elemental damage, stacks last 5 seconds, casting elemental burst, stacks last 10 seconds, energy is less than 100%, stacks disappear when energy is full. Each stack's duration is calculated independently. So your stacks will, some can last for 5, some can last for 10, and when the 5 runs out, that one that's still there for 10 seconds will be there for 5 more seconds after. So what do we get from this? So it looks like main damage dealer, obviously, if it's crit damage here, also with a decent base attack. And seeing these bonuses here, you're gonna get for normal attacks and elemental damage. So your normal attacks and E, you're gonna get that boost, okay? And as soon as you use your ult, as soon as your max energy, so as soon as your ult energy fills up, you want to use your ult immediately, because you're not going to get any more of these damage boosts if you have 100% energy. So it's a main damage dealer. You get in, you do your normal attacks to get a boost, and then once your elemental burst or your ult is max, you dump it immediately. So that way you can go back to building up your bonuses. I like it. Enjoy this a lot. It's going to be interesting to see who we can put this on, and we're going to talk about that momentarily. Let's go ahead and look at the Ascension materials, because it is in Inazuma, so they're going to have some newer materials here. So as you can see here, we have this Coral Branch of Distant Sea. It's going to be an item that we're only going to be able to find in Inazuma, currently not in the game. So look out for these when you guys are going around the area. You're going to need a lot of these. I mean, that goes with any Ascension material, period. On top of that, we also have the Chaos Gear and all of its variants. So look for those, and once again, we do see this as we saw it before with character Ascension materials, the old handguards and all of its scaling items as well. So I like this. If you guys want to see here, the refinements, they go up almost, it's probably going to double from its base at refinement rank 5, respectively. You have the damage boost here, 16, 32, and 56%. And then this gain right here going from 12 to 24%. This looks like a really good sword. Now, who are we going to be using this on? Well, I think the obvious one, Kazuha. You know, he's coming out soon. He's going to be able to utilize this. We can already put that right there in our bag, right? Who else is going to be able to use this? Well, if you look at Traveler, very likely the Traveler is going to be able to use this, whether it be the new Electro Traveler that comes out. If you guys haven't looked at that yet, we can go into that in another video. Just let me know down below in the comment section. Also, Keqing. Keqing is going to make a huge... get huge value out of this weapon. So those are the three people that I'm looking at right now. Maybe Bennett, but Bennett isn't really a main damage dealer, so him being out on the field the entire time doesn't make much sense. However, if you build him to be like that, say you have like maybe C6, that could be a possibility. But for the time being, I think Keqing, out of the current characters available, will be the biggest gainer and get the most value out of this weapon. So Keqing mains, look out for this one. You might have a great weapon coming towards you. All right, so that is this weapon. We do have another one coming out. And could you guess what it is? Bum, 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 bum. The Thundering Pulse is the new 5-star bow coming out in 1.7. And of course, you probably saw it coming. We have a new 5-star bowcaster coming out. Bowcaster, bow user, I don't know. I play too many different types of games. Bow user coming out. So obviously, there's going to be a new 5-star bow as well that could possibly complement that character. Let's take a look at it. Now, this comes from the same family as the previous weapon we talked about, the Mistsplitters Reflection, the sword right here. So we're going to probably see similar stats, substats. All right, let's check out that base attack. 46 scaling up to 608. Not bad for a bow. You know, it's not like Amos's bow or anything like that, but we do have some attack and damage scaling in there, so we don't really have to worry about it that so much. Okay, moving forward. Crit damage, once again, is the secondary stat. Spicy. You love to see it. All right, and that crit damage does scale to 66.2%. Now, let's go through the passive ability, and you may see that it is similar to the Mistsplitters Reflection, the previous sword we talked about, and it increases attack by 20% and grants the might of the Thunder Seal. At stack levels 1, 2, and 3, the Thunder Seal increases normal attack damage by 12, 24, and 40% respectively. The character will obtain 1 stack of Thunder Seal in each of the following scenarios. Normal attacks, deal damage, stacks last 5 seconds. Casting elemental skills, stacks 10 seconds. So once again, your normal attacks and your E give you those boosts. The normal attack is 5 seconds. Elemental skill lasts 10 seconds. Energy is less than 100%. Stack disappears with energy is full. Okay, so once again, main damage dealer. They're out on the field getting their attack boost. Once they use their ult, once they have their ult filled, they need to dump it as soon as possible to get those stacks charged back up. Main damage dealers that have a focus on elemental damage, okay? Not just physical damage. Let's look at the Ascension materials available. New region, new weapon, new items, and Ascension materials. So we do have this Narukami's Wisdom. This is going to be a new item that you're going to need to farm, as well as the Dismal Prism. So, and all of its scaling prisms that come with it. You're gonna have to farm these, a bunch of them. And then we just have the normal Helitril weapon that comes from, I think, the bow users, I believe. Yeah, the arrowheads. So none of this stuff is going to be hard to farm. None of this stuff ever is. Maybe this item, because that's just the way it is. One of the items is usually more difficult to farm, and that's just how it is, because it will come from a domain. So, and it's going to be this item here. This is the domain item. Never like farming those. However, domains aren't really that challenging once you're at max AR rank and you have a decent team, so there's that. Looking at the special ability progression, you can see, once again, things do double from 20% attack boost here to 40%, and then the damage here going from 12, 24, and 40 to 24, 48, and 80, which, guys, if you can somehow get an R5 on a 5-star weapon, you're either the luckiest person in the world or you spend a ridiculous amount of money on this game. And you know what? Both? Great. So who should you be pairing this bow with? Obviously, Yoimiya. I still don't know how to pronounce that properly. Somebody please let me know in the comment section. That's the obvious one, right? Well, who else? Well, say you have Fischl. Fischl, I don't think there is a bow that can go wrong on Fischl. You want to use her as a burst DPS? Do you want to use her as a main DPS? Do you want to use her as just an elemental support character? She can pretty much do everything, and that's why I think she is hands down I don't know, at this point, I guess the second best bow character, because let's just be honest, Ganyu is the top. She's the top. And I know I don't talk about Child much because Child is just not... Child is just better than Amber at this point, okay? He's just better than Amber. I still think that Fischl is worlds better than Child because her utility and the way you can use her and build her just goes significantly further than Child. Child is just there if you want to burst DPS. Some people like to main DPS him. You can put this bow on Child if you want to main DPS Child. It will work. It will work. But I still believe that he's more of a burst DPS, and I will take that to the grave with me to the end. But hey, now you have another main DPS bow that is available, and it's 5-star. But I did fail to mention, though, however, that on the Mistsplitters Reflection, that it's beyond me how I forgot to mention this, but Ayaka, yes, Ayaka, you're gonna be able to use it on Ayaka. I just always forget that she still isn't in the game because she's been talked about for months now. So yes, this sword will be great as main Ayaka. Yes. So before you guys go in the comment section, I can't believe you didn't say Ayaka. This sword's made for her. Okay. All right. Yes, it is. All right. It's made for her. But these two new weapons, the Mistsplitters Reflection, the Thundering Pulse, what do you guys think about them? Are you going to roll for them? Are you going to pass? Myself, I'm going to pass. But if I get them, definitely going to use them because they are great for maining characters. Now, if you guys do want to donate so I can go ahead and do a rolling spree, Cash App donation will be in the description box below. Go ahead, send whatever you think is fair, whatever you guys want to donate, and I will do a live stream if we get some donations on that, and so you guys can watch the rolls when that comes out. So that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to like it if you guys enjoyed it. Also, subscribe so you don't miss any future Genshin Impact updates, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later.